Good afternoon. My name is Amy Todd with Amy's Creative Wishes. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I sell all the products I feature in these videos. So to start, I just want to talk a little bit about Celebration. There's only today, Saturday, and Sunday left of this wonderful sale. And if you're new and you're not sure what Celebration is, they bring it every year in January. Usually it's 3 months. This year it's 2 months, January and February, but they'll be bringing another sale in the summer sometime. I'm not exactly sure when. But for now, it's only good for 3 more days. So basically how it works is every time you spend $60 in this beautiful mini catalog, or this beautiful annual catalog, you get to pick an item out of this Celebration brochure absolutely free. So there are some beautiful designer series papers. There's some stamp sets, more designer series paper. There's a variety of stamp sets and designer series paper, pretty much, are the only things in this brochure. But they're all wonderful. I have just about everything in this brochure, and I love them all. I have a hard time picking a favorite. At one point, my favorite was the Corner Bouquet stamp set, which we will be using today. This one right here. But, I'm loving this Touch of Ink stamp set too. So they really knocked it out of the park this year. There's wonderful, wonderful products in here. And speaking of this Touch of Ink stamp set, it's what they call a level 2. And what that means is when you spend $120, you can pick this item for free or this bundle. So this Berry Blessing stamp set and the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper is a $120 value as well. So, like I said, there's a lot of great things in here. And, if you have any questions regarding Celebration, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to answer your questions and help you out. There's also, if you host a party, so basically you and some girlfriends get together and you place a large order of $375 or more, you get this Punch Party stamp set absolutely free. Or you can, if you can spend that much yourself, you can get that for free. It's just as long as there's a minimum $375 order, you get that for free. And then, of course, the best deal in the catalog is to join Stampin' Up. And I don't know if I've mentioned before when I've talked about joining Stampin' Up, but I want to mention it now. You do not have to do what I do if you join Stampin' Up. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to make videos. You can join strictly for the discount. Speaking of the discount, let me tell you a little bit about joining Stampin' Up. So when you join Stampin' Up, first of all, you're picking $165 worth of product. You're only paying $135. So right off the bat, there's $30 absolutely free. You get a free paper pumpkin kit. And because it's Celebration, you get 5 packs of 6x6 designer series paper that are strictly for Celebration right now. These designer series papers are a sneak peek. They will be coming in the upcoming annual catalog in May. But you can get your hands on them for free if you join Stampin' Up! Right now. And that's 200 sheets. That's a $78 value. Absolutely free. So you're getting well over $200 worth of product for only $135. And as I said, you don't have to do anything. You can join strictly for the discount. So after you place your starter kit, every order after that, you get 20% off everything you purchase. So this is why it's the greatest deal in the catalog. If you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to me. I would love to help you. And I'd love to have you join my team. You can contact me through email at amyscreativewishes@gmail.com or right here on my Facebook page, or I will be posting this later on my YouTube channel, so you can reach me that way as well. Okay, so that's enough about that. I also want to talk about, because we're having the upcoming annual catalog releasing in May, every year a set of 5 in what they call in colors retires. This year, each in colors lasts 2 years, and then they retire. So I want to talk about that, because this year it's Rococo Rose, Pretty Peacock, Seaside Spray, Purple Posy, and Terracotta Tile. Now, I know you can't get a Purple Posy ink pad. I was one of the ones that ordered it at the very beginning, and then they ended up having a problem with the Purple Posy ink. It wasn't stamping properly. It was bubbling. So I still have mine, but it's not... I mean, I didn't have too many problems with mine, but a lot of the ones were, I guess, having technical issues. So they decided to get rid of Purple Posy ink altogether, simply because they kept trying to fix it and they weren't having any luck for some reason. So, but there is Purple Posy cardstock. There's Purple Posy in some designer series paper. There's, I believe, an ink refill. There's markers. The Stampin' Right markers, set of 5 Stampin' Right markers in this in color family. So the reason I'm talking about this is because, as I said, they're going to retire. And once the retirement list comes out, these 5 colors in ink, in refills, and cardstock, they sell out fast. So get them now. If you need a re-inker, get it now. The re-inkers are only $5. Get the re-inker now, because if you wait, you could lose out. So I just wanted to touch base on that, because these are 5 beautiful colors that I know we are all going to miss. But they will replace them with 5 new colors, and I'm anxious to see what those 5 new colors will be. So if you'd like to place an order and get these colors now, please reach out to me. I can help you place your order. Or you can just go to amyscreativewishes.stampinup.net and click Shop Now, and you can shop online yourself. But if you have any questions about placing an order, or you're not comfortable with online ordering, just contact me and I can place the order for you. Okay, let's get on to talking about the card we're going to make today. So this is the card. As usual, I'm going to change it up and use a different design of the designer series paper. I'm still using the same designer series paper pack, which is called Flower Field designer series paper. It is actually one of the free celebration items right here on page 10. It's beautiful paper, and I'm not a floral designer series paper person. I don't normally go for the florals, and I got this thinking I'm really not going to use it that much, but I got it anyway just to see, and you know what? I actually love it. I love both sides. Just about every side has a floral design, and then the opposite side has a geometric or just a more simple plain design. So it changed my mind about floral designer series paper. I never really liked the floral designer series paper. So from now on, I'm going to be looking at it a little bit closer. So as I said, this is free with a $60 order. So it opens like this and like this. So if you see in my description, I said it's a fun fold. It's a U-shaped trifold. I'm not sure what the actual name of this is. Decline that. I'm not sure what this fold is actually called. I've seen several videos for it, and different people call it different things. The one video I did see on YouTube was by Alyssa Tilsner. She's a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator as well. And she called it a U fold because When you hold it like that, it looks like a U. I was calling it a trifold, so now I've just kind of combined the two and said it's a U-shaped trifold, right? So, but as I said, different demonstrators are calling this fold a different things. So if you look up fun folds, you'll come across this, though. I mean, and that's what I did. So when I came across this, most of the demonstrators, though, however, have cut a circle out of the front layer so you can see through to the second layer. I decided to do it a little different this time. In the future, I'll probably do it the way they did it. But yeah, I just wanted to try it different. I wanted a couple different sentiments, but yet a lot of space on the inside to write my message. So that's why I did it like this. So I'm going to be starting from scratch so I can show you how to cut the 12 by 12 designer series paper. And I'm using Poppy Parade and Granny Apple Green ink pads. I have scraps of Basic White and Granny Apple Green that I'll be using for punching and, well, basically just punching. I have a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I have a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock that measures 3 3/4 by 5. I have a Basic White piece of cardstock that measures 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. And then I cut out of Poppy Parade and Basic White. Sorry, I keep wanting to say Whisper White, but it's Basic White now. 2 shapes from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. These are my favorites lately. I'm using these just about on everything. Hope you're not getting sick of seeing these because I just love them. They're good for just about every sentiment there is. So, yeah, so we're going to be doing that. And then out of this Granny Apple Green layer, I'm going to punch I'm using the sprig punch, so I'm going to punch a few sprigs out of that, and I'll need a couple extras, so that's what the scrap of Granny Apple Green is for. And then the sentiment for here, I'm using this punch, and I meant to look it up. Hold on a moment, let me look up the name of the punch. I should know it by now, but... Oh, label me lovely. I should really label my punches, but this is called Label Me Lovely. Label Me Lovely. I will be punching a sentiment out with that. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is cut our designer series paper. So I chose this one for this time, and the reason I chose this one is because it's directional. So I wanted to show you how to cut it and score it if you have a directional designer series paper that you want to use. So I'm getting my trimmer, and this is horizontal. I want to turn it when cutting it. Okay, so that way it'll be proper in the proper direction. Now I'm going to cut this at 5 1/4. This is extra. You can put that aside and use for a different project. Now I'm going to get my arm out here, and I'm going to score this. So see, now it's in the proper direction. So now I'm going to score this at 4. And when you're scoring designer series paper, you want to score with a light hand. And I say that because I've done it before where I've done it with a heavy hand, and I've ended up cutting through the designer series paper. So do it with a light hand. And then we're going to move down to 8. So we have 3 equal parts, 4, 4, and 4. So I scored at 4 and at 8. And then, so this is going to fold like this, but it's not folding perfectly right. There's a little too much on this edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in my trimmer, and just take off the tiniest little sliver, like a 1/16 of an inch, if that, like very, very little. Okay, that's garbage. We can move the trimmer out of the way now. And I'm going to get my bone folder and we're going to fold this in. So this was the side that I trimmed off. And now it'll fold nice and flat. Okay. And the first that Poppy Parade layer that I had, that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and glue it right to that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of Poppy Parade cardstock. Okay, so now it's the normal size of a card. Who else here? Hi, Jennifer. Is there anybody else? Hi, Natasha. Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me today. And now we're going to work on the inside. But first, as I mentioned, the green layer that we're going to put on the inside, we're going to punch out of it because I need some sprigs and I might as well use this layer it's not going to be seen. So I'm going to punch out 1, 2, 3. Let me see if I can get all 5 out of this. 4. You know what? I think I can. I don't think I'm going to need that scrap after all. 5. So I wanted 5 sprigs. So there we go. I cut 5 sprigs out of that layer. And you're never going to know. No one will ever know. Well, you'll know because you saw me do it. But, I mean, really, it's just, I like to cheat. I like to punch or die cut out of a layer if another layer is going on top because it saves on cardstock. And now I can use that scrap for something else. Okay, now before I put the white layer in there, I want to stamp on it. And I forgot to show you what stamps we're using. My apologies. So we're using 2 Celebration stamp sets. I'm using Corner Bouquet for the inside of the card. And I'm using Heal Your Heart for the outside. I'm using this Thank You. And in the Corner Bouquet, I'm using the smaller of the bouquets. And then for right here, the sentiment I'm going to use is from Forever Fern. So the outside will say thank you, and then you open it up and it'll say, to a friend that makes me smile. I mean, who wouldn't love to get that, right? So, but as I said, before I put the white in, I want to stamp, and that's where the Corner Bouquet stamp set comes in. Because I always want something on the inside of a card. I don't like it just plain. I like to have something there. Even if it's not a sentiment. Even if it's just a flower or a sprig of something or a corner bouquet. That's all I'm going to need the Granny Apple Green for. I'm going to use the Poppy Parade for both sentiments. But first, let's get this on the inside. And there we go. So that's the inside of the card. Now I want to start building up the 2 layers. So I have these 2. I want to stamp this thank you on here. So let me get my Poppy Parade. Oh, oops. No, I thought it needed to be inked up, but re-inked, but we're good. I'm just going to bring it a little bit closer to me just so I can see because my camera is in the way. Hopefully I get that straight. If not, there's nothing wrong with a little abstract. No, it's straight. We're good. And then that, while I'm stamping and I have the red ink open, I will stamp the other sentiment. To a friend that makes me smile. And these days we all need a little something like that. So I'm just going to go in and punch that. And again, that was Label Me Fancy punch. So there we go. Now I'm done with the red ink. I can close it up before I stick my hands in it. Now, what I did was... No, I'm going to add this. I popped this layer up on dimensionals. And this shape, I always tend to go a little overboard with dimensionals, but when it's going through the post office, I just don't trust it. I just don't want anything to sag or anything. So, and then this just gets layered right in here, nice and perfect. And then I'm going to take some liquid glue. And glue some of these sprigs in. I put too many dimensionals down. The dimensionals are kind of getting in my way. Just trying to stick a couple of sprigs up under there, just with a little bit of glue. But I kind of put too many dimensionals, so it was a little difficult to get them in there, but I got them in. And then I'm just going to put this flat up towards the top on the card, just like so. And then this one, I use dimensionals, but I'm thinking now this might be a little too thick for the post, Canada Post. So I'm going to put this one flat. So what I'm going to do, no, you know what, so liquid glue, I'll just put some snail on the back. And just kind of like so, stick these out and put more snail on the back. And yes, I know I'm still using snail. I apologize. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever going to get through it all. And then this will just go here. And if you notice, I did the sprigs going this way on the front, and on the inside I did going the opposite direction, and I only did 2. Whereas I did 3 on the front. So I'm going to stick this right about there. And yeah, it does look better when it's dimensionalized, but I'm thinking about the post office and things I have to mail. So, and I'm going to be mailing these soon. So that's it. It's a very easy card to make. You can make a bunch of these in no time, really. I mean, isn't that a beautiful card? Wouldn't anybody just love to get this in the mail and might write a nice message to your friend? So these are the 2 cards. Oh, wait. Why do I always forget to put the bling? Let me get out my pearls somewhere. Okay, I thought I had one that was already open. Now I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, and I always like to use my take your pick tool. So I'm going to grab one large one, put it up in the right hand corner, and I'll grab a medium one, put it right there on the sentiment, and I'll put a small one there as well. So there we go. There is our card for today. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. Do you have any questions? I'll just give it a minute. I know there's a lag on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Natasha, for watching. And you're welcome. It's a great... I'm really getting into fun folds with designer series paper lately. I'm really loving using my designer series paper as the card base and different fun folds. So, which I'm sure you're aware if you've been watching my videos. I've been making a couple different fun folds with designer series paper, and it's just a great way to use it. And in the past, I have been terrible at using my designer series paper. So one of my New Year's resolutions was to use designer series paper more. So I'm so far so good. So if you're joining late, I talked about celebration at the beginning. It's only a couple more days, ladies. So if there's anything that you want to get, contact me now before the end of Sunday, because Monday is March 1st, and this catalog will be no longer. It's hard to believe celebration's almost over already. And it's been a great celebration. It really has. Usually there's only a couple things in a celebration brochure that I like, but this year, to me, they knocked it out of the park. I like just about everything in here. So, if you have any questions regarding celebration or regarding joining Stampin' Up, please feel free to reach out to me. Where did I find the fun fold, Jennifer? On YouTube. I saw several different demonstrators do this. Actually, I think I saw it on Facebook as well, and I don't remember who it was. Who was it? Was it Marcy? And I forget her last name. With Stampin' with Marcy. It might have been Marcy on Facebook. And then on YouTube, it was Alyssa Tilsner. Both those ladies did it different. They, as I said in the beginning, they cut a circle out of this front layer so they could see through to this layer. But I wanted 2 sentiments, but I still wanted a lot of room on here to write. So I did it this way without cutting out the center. Plus, I also didn't want to have to walk away from my desk while I'm trying to create this card and show you ladies this card to use the Big Shot. So I wanted to be able to do the Big Shot work before I started my video, simply because not Big Shot, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I can't fit it in my view. My camera is too low, so you wouldn't really see it properly. So that's why I did it this way. But in the future, I'm hoping to get... I don't have the little baby boss yet, the baby Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm hoping to get that sometime in the future, but money's tight at the moment. So I have to watch my pennies for some personal reasons. I'm not going to get into that. You don't need to hear me go on about what's going on in my personal life. But I want to thank you, ladies, for joining me. And again, if you share this video, and I forgot them upstairs. Okay, if you share this video and you're in Canada, I am going to do a draw. And you can win either a pack of pearls or the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set, which is in the annual catalog, I believe. Let me double check that. Yes, it is. Page 103. I don't have them down here. I left them upstairs, but I can at least show you. It's this stamp set here. This one right here. And these are showing that they coordinate with the stitched rectangle dies. Or you can pick the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set. You can pick some pearls, some beaded pearls, which I should show you what those look like. They're these. They're no longer available, but I have a few packs. So the beaded pearls, the regular pearls, and then there's a couple of stamp sets from the Celebration brochure. The Heal Your Heart stamp set and the Approaching Perfection stamp set. So, I'm sorry I don't have them with me. They're upstairs. I should have brought them down. So if you share this video, I'll put you in a draw and you can win one of those prizes. It'll be your choice of what you win. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me, amyscreativewishes@gmail.com, or right here on my Facebook page, or later I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, and you can reach me through there as well. So thank you again so much, ladies. Have yourself a wonderful day, and happy stamping.